This is one of the serious problems on the real number system where students normally face or don't know how to tackle these issues. So we are going to clear that problems in this video. So what we are going to talk about here is how to deal with a decimal places, and then we are running a certain number to the nearest tenth, hundredth, and thousandth, and then as well as how to find the unit, tenth or hundredth of what a certain number. Is that okay? Assuming you come across any number, or after calculating your problems, you got an answer to be 2.1349. This is just a number, just a random number, right? Just assuming this is what we had, and then you have been asked to find run your number to the nearest decimal places. How do you tackle that problem? You see, we believe that in mathematics there are laws and the rules that are governing everything. Is that okay? That is how mathematics work. There are laws, there are precise language. You need to obey the law, and then the second, how to apply it, right? Under what circumstance are you supposed to use the law? So what we are going to do here, first thing, that the two that you need to answer those decimal places questions are exactly, you have to know where everybody belongs to on the number, right? What's their current position on the number over here. So how do you do that? The decimal places the starting point of the decimal places begins from just after this point. Is that okay? We don't care what the number is before the point over here. So what our focus is on, any number that comes after this point, that is exactly where the decimal places start or begin. So here will be your first decimal places, and then second, third, and then fourth. Is that okay? And so on and so forth. So the decimal place starts counting from just after this point, right? So this is the first decimal places, and then the second decimal place is fourth, and so on and so forth. Is that okay? Now the second step is that how do you solve the problem? How do you solve it? This is the law. The law says that assuming they say you should run this thing to nearest, assuming they say you should run this thing to the nearest, or maybe to the first decimal places, or okay, let's start from the something that you already know. So assuming they say you should run this thing to the near, let's say, let me see, 1 2 3 4, run this thing to four decimal places. Is that okay? So this is what they are asking us to do. They say you should write this to the 4 decimal places. So you just need to count, right? This is the first decimal place, the second, third, and the fourth, right? This is the fourth. What do you do? The law says that when you get to exactly where they are asking you to run, so this is where they are asking you to run from, right? So just check the next number to the right. Is that okay? The next number to the right. There's nothing here. Is that okay? There's nothing here. So suppose there's something here that is less than 5, right? Less than 5. Then you leave everything like that. Is that okay? So this I will do that. Let me demonstrate. Let's convert this one to 3 decimal places so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So this is the first decimal places, second decimal place, and then the third, right? We are running this thing to the what? 3 decimal places. So this is where our third decimal place is. What's the law saying? They say when you get there, don't stop here. Is that okay? Don't stop here. Just check the number to the right, because you are not the only person. We have another people behind you. So just check the next number to the right. Then when you check the number here, what is the condition? You have to check whether that number is less than 5 or greater than 5. Is that okay? Right? So 2 things to check, right? They say you should convert this one to 2 decimal places. So now you know how to count. So this is the first decimal place, second decimal place, and then third, right? When you are here, they say you check the next number to the right. Is that okay? How are you checking? You are checking to determine whether that number, are you up to 5 years, or you are less, you are more than 5 years. Is that okay? Are you less than 5 years, or you are more than 5 years? So what happened? If you are less than 5 years, then we leave everything like that. Then we write this one to be what? 2.13 and then 4. This happen when you are less than 5 years. So okay, that is the law. If you are not 5 years, you are not qualified. right? If you are less than 5 years, then we are free to go like that. But what will happen if you are more than 5 years? Is that okay? So if you are more than 5 years, then it means that you are qualified. If you are qualified, then we borrow one from you and add it to what, where exactly we are supposed to be. Is that okay? So that is the law. The law says that whatever you get to, whatever they are asking you to be here, in this case they say you should find out to what, 3 decimal places. Is that okay? So 3 decimal places will be 1, 2, 3 here, over here. Then what will happen? Check those behind you to the right hand side. Check them. Are they less than 5 years or they are more than 5 years? If they are less than 5 years, then we have a 2.134. We are free to go like that. Then it means that those behind me are not qualified. But in this case, you can see that they are more than 5 years. What I mean by the 5 years, the number is greater than 5. Is that okay? If the number is greater than 5, what do? Then it means that that guy what qualifies. So that guy qualifies. So what you do is that you borrow 1 and then add it to that 1, 2.13, and then 5 here becomes 5. Right? This is how the decimal places works. Is that okay? That is very simple how you can tackle a decimal places. So when they give you any number to count, just count, right? Just count, and when you get to that point, and then check. Okay, assuming here they say you should convert this to 2 decimal places. So that will be 1, 2. Is that okay? We are here. You check those behind you. The next immediate number behind you, you don't care about how many are they. Who follows? So this guy follows. Is this guy less than 5 years or more than 5 years? Of course, the number here is less than 5. As you can see, right? The reason I'm taking my time to explain is that I know that many people find it difficult to write this. Is that okay? So 1, 2. So we are here. So we check the immediate number behind you. This guy is less than 5. Then we ignore everything, right? If you are less than 5, then you are not qualified to be part of the team. Is that okay? So our answer here will just be what, 2.13, right? So that is how you answer this type of question. So let's look at the next one. That says that running to the nearest tenth and then hundredth as well as 1,000. This the arrow here tells me that the process of calculating this and dealing with the nearest tenth, hundredth, and 1,000 are the same. Is that okay? The laws that are applied here, the same law applies to this method here. Is that okay? The only thing you have to know here is that how to count. How do you count? It's the same thing. Just after the decimal point, the first person is what we call the tenth, right? Yeah, the tenth here, and then followed by what, hundredth, and then thousandth, and so on and so forth. Is that okay? After doing that, they say you should run to the nearest hundredth. You just have to check. This is the tenth, and then this is the hundredth. Then you apply the same law over here. Is that okay? It's only that the count that is the difference. Unlike this one, the first person is what, the first decimal place, followed by what, second decimal place, and so on and so forth. But here, the first person is what, the nearest tenth, and then hundredth, thousands, and so on and so forth. Is that okay? That the law applies to both of them. Now, the latter part is what, the unit, tenth, and the hundredth. Is that okay? So there's a difference between the tenth, hundredth, and what, as well as what, units, 10, and then 100, right? So what happened? This applies to what, a whole number, right? This applies to a whole number. So who is a whole number? A whole number is the number that has no decimal point within. As you can see, this guy contains some decimal points over here, and this guy has no decimal point, right? So the tenth, what, the tens and the hundred, this with what, a whole number. Is that okay? So how do you do this? They say you should run this into the nearest unit. So you should know exactly where the unit is on the number. That is the most important. So this guy is the unit, and this guy is the tenth, this guy is the hundred, this guy is a thousand, and this guy is a million, and so on and so forth. Is that okay? So here you are counting from left, right? Counting from left. So what do? They say you should run this thing to the nearest, let me say, tens, right? 10, right? Right, this to the nearest 10. So where exactly is the 10? We know that this is a unit, this is a 10. So you are here. It's okay. The same law applies. So when you are here, you are supposed to be here. You check the next number to the right, whether that person is more than 5 years or you are less than 5. This guy is more than 5 years, so you convert 1 and add it to yours. Is that okay? If they are less than 5, then you leave it as it is. Is that okay? So counting here is the most important thing. So here, this is the unit, this is the 10, this is the 100, and then this is what, 1,000, and so on and so forth. But over here, after the decimal point here, this is the 10th, 100th, and then 1,000, and so on and so forth, right? But for the decimal places, as in this is the first decimal place, and the second decimal place, third decimal place, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is how simple you tackle with decimal questions. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just hit on the like button and share the video to others. Comment down below if you have any problems. Thanks for watching.